wonder how many people understand social media enough not to fall into the trap. Like everything is half-truths or just outright lies. And unless you actively do something about it, the algorithms are prone to showing you half-truths at best. Because again, like this, the self-selection, like you choose a perspective and it just only shows you things from that perspective. It doesn't show you the opposite perspective. And then if you ever want any sort of balance or some sort of completeness in the things you see, you have to actively search for it, actively seek it out. Otherwise, it just doesn't show you other perspectives. Maybe somebody should just make a different social media platform that does show you other perspectives. I wonder if that would be successful. Like literally forced diversity. We noticed that you've been searching for the same thing over and over again. So this time, instead of showing you what you searched for, we're gonna show you the opposite of what you searched for. Absurdity says railroad long. Oh yeah, this railroad is long. It is definitely long. We don't do short things here, Absurdity, we do long things. Absurdity says, you know what would be fun? Take a fighting game like Dead or Alive and critique the body diversity. Oh, I can do that quite easily. Even you can do that. Hey, have you seen that picture, Absurdity? At one point, somebody like took pictures of athletes, of Olympic athletes. In fact, let me just like Google it and give you a link. The body shapes of the world's best athletes compared side by side. Athlete, a celebration of body diversity. Let me just look at this. Oh yeah, here it is. Man. And there's like huge pictures of it. I realized that I'm just Here it is. Maybe like give you a link. And of course the thing with anime and video games and things, like it's the fantasy is less interesting than the reality, right? Like when you look at body diversity in the real world and you compare it with body diversity in fiction, you realize that the fiction is actually quite boring. It's just really like not imaginative and boring. And especially like if you look at a game like Street Fighter, the male characters are really diverse. So it's not like the game designers don't have imagination. It's just that they don't have imagination when it comes to women. Like you look at the male characters, I don't know, anyone, do you play Street Fighter 5? Like you have Birdie, and then you have like E Honda, and then you have like Sagat, and then you have like Dhalsim, and then you have Blanca. And what's his name? Nakali. Like it's all sorts of sizes and shapes for the men. But not for the woman. All the women are the same size and the same shape. It's a real cognitive barrier that they can't overcome somehow. You have to free your mind, unlock your imagination, stop being so limited. Absurdity says they have lowly now when they used to have all big girls. I guess that's an improvement. I don't know. Oh, lag again. What is causing the lag? Anyway. But the thing is absurdity, even like their lowlies and their big girls, they're almost the same size. It's not like they're very different in size. In size and proportions, they're like pretty much the same. guess the first person to actually do something about it will make a lot of money. Just seeing who's smart enough to do it. Cause like, remember Black Panther? Remember how much money Black Panther made? I mean, this is a huge untapped market, right? You just have to like pander to a slightly different market and then you make a whole ton of money. Oh yeah, no, Japan. Anime. Let's make a slightly different type of anime. Cause it's so homogeneous. Well, Absurdity, do you have money? Pandering to you is only good if you have money. If you don't have money, then nobody's gonna pander to you. And they're only pandering to you to take your money, so... No, but Japanese people have money. And Japanese anime is so homogeneous, right? There must be a potential for making a whole butt ton of money. Absurdity says Japanese people have less money nowadays. Well, yeah. But they're not broke. Absurdity says they got hit with the late capitalism stick like everyone else. Late capitalism? I wonder though. I'm not sure they got hit quite as bad as the Americans. So much lag. It's lagging when it's loading chunks, and I think it's lagging when it's loading chunks where I've built a lot of stuff. Which kinda makes sense. But maybe it's better that we don't spend money on merchandise anyway, Absurdity. Cause like spending money on bits of plastic wasn't a good idea to begin with, right? Like it was never actually good. Plus the VAT just went up again. Well, that is like capitalism. Instead of taxing the rich, you tax the poor. That's late capitalism 101. With that too, like I'm sure there's real opportunity to unlock a lot of economic potential once you start taxing the rich. I wonder when someone's gonna figure that one out. Like all that money just sitting around in offshore accounts, doing absolutely nothing. Let's see if Bernie wins in 2020. Or Elizabeth Warren. Or even Andrew Yang. It's gonna take that money off them. Consumerism going down because everyone is poor is like a morality tale of some sort. Unfortunately, absurdity, it's gonna take people a long time to figure out what the moral is. Because they don't want to listen to it. I mean, the moral is people are too greedy, stop being greedy. That's the moral. But nobody wants to listen to it. So why aren't people spending money? Because they don't have any money. Who will create the jobs? I don't know, when people have money to spend, they'll buy things, and then there'll be jobs to supply the things they buy. Oh man. Anyway, at some point people will figure it out, and then it'll be interesting. I wonder how much, like how far we'll have to go. Like, do we have to get to the point where, like, the economy is so crippled that, well, it already is happening. The rich already don't have stuff to buy with their money, right? They're already just kind of putting their cash in the bank because they don't actually have anything to invest in. Anyway, we're here in Deepwood. I'm gonna end the stream and the video here. I spent 27 minutes traveling from 5-5 Solitude to 3-4 Deepwood. And when we come back next week, I'm going to go back to Loop 5. So I'm going to spend another 20 minutes or so going all the way back. And then I guess I go back to building. Hey, the regional loop is complete. I'm going to update the save for people to download if anyone wants to download this. Anyway, I'm out. See you next week.